All right, welcome back. Just wrapping it up for this Money Monday. Your markets are having a much better afternoon than a morning, that's for sure, and I'm hoping to have the same. But the Dow down 100. It did click its way into the green a little earlier, but not to be for very long. And now middling around 25.5. Any bad news with the spikes, the deaths, the hospitalizations, all that other stuff could send the markets into tank mode again. So be very nimble in this market. 24,000 to me is the next stop on the downtown express train. But keep your eyes peeled. Don't do anything crazy right here. But if you're investing for the long term, you know, what's a couple thousand points among friends? But I think for the market to really get you to where you want to go and find some values in that portfolio to put away for the next 10 years, around 19, 20,000, somewhere in there, is where you're probably going to see a full clean out. And the market needs a colonic. I said this back in 2008. They almost threw me off Fox because I said the market needs a colonic. And you know what a colonic is. It's like, you know, when you turn 40, you got to go in for your colonoscopy and they check you and all this other stuff, and you drink this stuff that just rinses everything out of you. And at this point, there's been so much government money thrown into the pot here that it's like a witch's brew of toxic material. And the market's got to spit it out, cough it out, kick it out, throw it out. And until we bang out some of this artificial money, I think we're in for some more down times. Oil made a wondrous recovery lately. The president's leadership on that, I think, was pretty good. He got Saudi Arabia and Russia back together. Just think about what's been happening over the last few months. You know, you had the Mueller probe, okay, and then that went away. As soon as that went away, the Russia. As soon as that went away, the Ukraine, and they started the impeachment, okay? The impeachment got blown up, and not a day or two later, the COVID was coming. And then as the COVID peak was hit and started coming down, and people started talking about we're past it, we slowed the spread, this and that and the other thing, almost right to the minute where we were going to start being unlocked. Unfortunately, George Floyd gets murdered by a cop, allegedly, in Minnesota. And then all this racial unrest breaks out across the country now. And you got liberal cities, which were all sanctuary cities to begin with, allowing the protesters to set up autonomous zones. Now, in the middle of that, right before George Floyd, there was this threat that the murder hornets were coming our way. And the murder hornets were going to be these big, huge hornets that they come once every 100 years and they clack onto you and they actually murder you, okay? And then all of a sudden the murder hornets didn't come. And when the murder hornets didn't come, then came Antifa, okay? And, you know, I said this maybe a week ago, but, you know, sometimes in these video games, like you could pay money and go back. Like I made the wrong turn there, so I lost. You buy a new life, and then you go back and make the left. Is there any possibility in this video game called life we can go back to the last fork in the road and select the murder hornets instead of the racial unrest and autonomous zones? Because I think I would rather walk around with a can of Raid than be in the middle of a fight where if you're for cops, that means you're a racist. If you're pro-Trump, that means you're a racist. I think I'd rather be duking it out with the murder hornets. And I'm allergic to bees. I almost killed myself a couple of years back when I got stung by a bee. I'd blow up, my throat closed up. My friend Kevy Fitzy had to drive me to the hospital. They had to pump me with steroids so I could breathe. And since then, by the way, we haven't lost a match together. And we'll be opening that can of whoop ass again tomorrow on my good friends Michael Gadji and Chris Maroney. But fun will be had by all, that's for sure, as I'm sure you're having fun. I don't know if you're having fun, but Frankie's off today, so he's not ripping me apart as he usually does in the last segment. And I am going to go to Facebook as we're speaking right now because I love the audience interactions, and we've been getting a lot of them. Susan's on there, as she usually is. She likes the murder hornets. Vicky says, I'm killing it today. Colonoscopy. Unfortunately, yeah, I had to bring it up, but, yeah, I do need some home repairs. Amal's saying I should do some home repairs. Any comments, any questions you guys want to hit me up? If you caught me in any mistakes today, I'm happy to take a beating for that. Mistakes on this front, Nico incorrectly booked a guest today, which happens from time to time when he's overwhelmed. Supposedly he's got like 7,000 emails in his email box, so maybe sometimes they get crossed up. I alleged a little earlier that I sent Nico and Jess a meme that I didn't, so I want to take the blame for that one. I thought for sure I would find evidentiary proof that I sent it, and they're over there like, there's like little hearts coming above their head like the Care Bears. They're Jess and Nico looking at each other. Yeah, like we got them. A lot of rumors floating around about this extra, $600 a week from unemployment. From what I hear, has not been extended. Talking to a lot of friends that have small businesses, like many of you out there, telling me that they're having a hard time getting people to come back to work as the phases start going through because they're like, why would I come back to work? I'm picking up $1,100 a week here, and I don't have to do a damn thing. I get to sit in my living room and play video games and, order from DoorDash and Drizzly. Now Drizzly delivers alcohol right to your house. So you do a Drizzly order, a DoorDash order, you get some food, some alcohol. If you're in a state where, cannabis is legal, you could call up DoorDash and get some maybe weed delivered to your house. I mean, why are these kids going to go back to work when they're getting paid $1,000 a week to sit home? It don't make sense. So all you old timers out there, you like me, all you 50-plussers who've been forced out of your jobs on Wall Street and other places, now's the time to strike. Because if you got a little ingenuity in you, you could probably pick off a decent job here because these kids, they don't want to go back to work. They don't want to go back to work at all. Meantime, I'm going to work every single day. A lot better commute than I used to have when I have to go into Manhattan, but I'm in my living room, and I'm here for you every single day at noon. Tomorrow, Frankie joins me again for some more Liquid Lunch. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you right here.